Hey everyone, welcome to the Mariel Hatter. My name is Mariel. Today I'm going to do a review of e.l.f.'s Flawless Finish Foundation. Now I had recorded footage for this review and I was pretty much done with the video when I realized some of the files were corrupted. When I first recorded this video, I was in the middle of my rainbow eyes tutorial, which you saw previously, but that was part of the footage that was messed up, so here we are. So what I'm gonna do now is just tell you about the foundation, then you'll see some footage of me using this for a wedding I went to, and you'll hear my thoughts about that at the end. So let's just get started. My face is bare, by the way, except for my eyes and brows and some lip gloss. I've been meaning to try this foundation for a long time now. The only problem was that every time I came across this at a CVS or Target, they never had my color. They had a shade lighter and 2 shades darker. So I guess Sand, which is the color I have right here, is a popular shade. But just as a heads up, this foundation doesn't have a very large shade range. There are a couple of darker colors, but in all honesty, it's not a wide enough shade range to match darker skin tones. I always recommend people use Cover FX or Charlotte Tilbury or Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I know there are a lot of you out there that need a more affordable option, and sometimes I need it too. So I feel like it's always good to have an inexpensive foundation just because maybe you want to save the other product for a very special occasion, or I don't know, and maybe you just kind of want to throw on a little something for every day. And I think this is exactly what this foundation is going to be good for. Now, maybe in the past you've heard of me talk about my skin before. I have like a combination, mostly oily skin, and I do have some acne scars right here. I used to get very bad cystic acne, and I still get little breakouts every once in a while, but my skin has completely changed since I went vegan. It changed for the better, and now it's not such a huge hassle to cover up my imperfections. I really like foundations that are in cream stick form, like the Anastasia foundation sticks or the Cover FX, like the little tiny foundation and concealer sticks. But I also do like liquid foundations. My favorite ones are the Cover FX and Charlotte Tilbury foundations. Another cruelty-free and vegan foundation from the drugstore that I have tried is the Wet n Wild foundation. I still cannot get over the scent of that foundation. So even though I thought it was like a good option, I don't feel really comfortable using it. I had tried another e.l.f. foundation before. I had used the, what is it? It was like the anti-acne one, or yeah, I just bought it because I thought it would be, you know, safe to use on my skin, it would be good for my oily skin, and it wouldn't break me out. And it didn't. It was okay, but I got that like gunky feeling at the end of the day where I just want to like take off everything from my face. Does that happen to you? Let me know in the comments. So next to that foundation was always this Flawless, I can't say that, Flawless Finish foundation. So I was very curious, but like I said, it was really hard to find my shade. And when I looked up reviews online, people were kind of on the fence. People with oily skin or acne prone skin, they were like, oh, you know, this is kind of okay, I don't love it. So I wasn't in much of a hurry to try this. But the other day I went to buy some e.l.f. products and they had this there. So for $6 I thought, why not? Let's try it. And let me tell you, I am very happy that I did. So my first impressions of this product were basically like, oh my god, why are people saying this isn't good when it's great? I was upset at the beauty gurus, like, how dare you not tell me about this product before? Why isn't everyone super enthusiastic about this? Like, it was that good. I was really surprised, literally shook. So I mean, you've been hearing me talk for a few minutes without foundation. Now I am wearing some other e.l.f. products on my face. I have the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm, which is this. It's like a cooling gel stick that definitely helps hydrate your face. This is a inexpensive dupe for the Milk Makeup cooling stick. I think that's what it's called. It's also a hydrating stick that's kind of blue. So there you go, there's a more inexpensive alternative. And the only e.l.f. primer I've ever tried. I want to branch out and try another one. This one's okay. This is the Powerless face primer. So far so good, but I think it does make the foundation or concealer or whatever I wear on my nose kind of slide off. So I want to try another one, but for today's purposes, I just put it on. I'm also going to be using my Real Technique sponge to buff out some of the foundation, but I will be applying it with this EcoTools Classic Foundation Brush. This is a really good foundation brush. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. But first, I just kind of want you to see this in action from far away. So as I was saying, like when I was filming my other video, I just paused and I was like, well, I'll just put on my foundation, and then I had to get back on camera because I was like, whoa, what the heck? This feels so nice when you're putting it on. It's not too thick, but it covers up everything. Just isn't this freaking great? It's crazy. I was really not expecting this from this foundation. All right, let me bring you in so you can see me covering up this cheek right here. All right, so here's my face. All of this has been covered in acne. So those are my little scars. Just look at this. When I put on the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation or the Cover FX Foundation, I still have to put concealer on top to cover this up. Now this little patch of darkness right here. Pretty good. All right, so there you go. There was my live demo of me covering up my teeny acne scars. When I see myself in person, like in the mirror and in the viewfinder, I think I look pretty flawless, and I love that about this foundation. I love that I can just put this on and not have to worry about putting on concealer or whatever. Like, this is something I'm gonna use for work. This is something you can use for school. You know, if you want to touch up some little redness or whatever, you can just tap it and then buff it out, and then they're done. Or you could do a full face and you're set. No need to bother with another product. Now, in order to bring back some life and dimension to my face, I'm just gonna set this with some RCMA no color powder. I don't have a e.l.f. brand color powder or translucent powder, so I'm just gonna use this. And my Milani bronzer in, what is this? 02 Fake Tan XL. This is what I have on hand. Now for my blush, I'm going to use one of my favorite e.l.f. blushes from the dark blush palette. Here we go. Let's do this peachy one here since I have some peachy eyes. When I recorded the video previously, I was like, you know what, this is the first impressions. I can't really say much else because I still have to do an all-day test and yada yada. So I'm gonna insert my footage of my wear test right after this. But before that, I just want to let you know that I don't think this is a foundation that is going to work exclusively on combo or oily skin. I think if you tend to be a little bit on the dry side, you're gonna be okay. Hey, I am on my way to a wedding today. Right now it is almost 3, and I think I've started doing my makeup, let's say like at 2:15. So 2:15, this is when this went on. I'm probably gonna take pictures on my phone or update while I'm at the wedding. And when I come back at the end of the night, I'll record again to show you kind of how it looked. Yeah, I have to get going, so I'll see you later. Okay, it it is 9 p.m. I am back from the wedding. The night ended early. So let's see, that is 6 hours of wear, and I only had to touch up my nose, my T-zone with some powder twice because I was dancing and getting a little sweaty. But other than that, I think the foundation held up really well. So I definitely see that where I have like my little acne scars, my little acne spots, the foundation did break up a little. Like I can see them come through a little bit more. I also have like some little creases here in my smile lines, and the product definitely broke up underneath my eyes. See, my little eye wrinkles are a little bit more creased than normal. But to be honest, for such an inexpensive foundation, it held up really well. I'll check in again tomorrow in the morning just to see if, I don't know, my skin got a reaction to it. I don't think it will because my face, even though I've had this on for a while, I don't feel that sensation where I'm just like, oh, I just want to scrape this off. And that's not happening with this. I feel super fresh. Like, yeah, it's really good. Alright guys, and as you saw, I had an overall positive experience with the foundation. Next time I know I'm not gonna use this foundation for like a big event, but it's great. It's perfect for everyday wear. And I also lost the footage of me next day after I took off the foundation, so I'm just gonna tell you how it went. So the next morning I just washed my face and I noticed that I did have some congestion in my pores, but I'm not gonna blame that on the foundation. This tends to happen to me when I'm off to a big event and I just put on, you know, a ton of powder and primer and spray and stuff. It's just the way my face reacts. So all in all, I think my skin took this foundation very well. And that's it for this thorough review of the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. If you've had a totally different experience with the foundation, please comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video with a friend. If I don't say it that way, I forget it. I'm sorry. I will see you in the next video, and until then, bye.